So I'm not entirely sure how to start a video like this. I'm going to do what everyone else does, and I'm going to start with a dramatic sigh, and I'm going to shake my head to demonstrate how shameful I feel right now. So, not too long ago, I made a video. It was a driving lesson video where Alexii went out for the night. It was her very first time on the road, on the real road with the big boys. And I thought, it'd be a good idea just to go out at night because there would be very little traffic on the road, and it seemed like the best idea, the best time to get her used to being on the road, and she could drive around without any real interference from anybody else. I thought it would be a nice peaceful drive just to get her used to being on the road. And for those of you who watched that video, I was very fucking wrong, wasn't I? So I'm not going to drag this video on for too long. I'm going to say what needs to be said and hopefully move on from this. Firstly, I want to apologise to the police of Bristol. Avon and Somerset Police, whichever you guys like to call yourselves, I would like to say sorry to you guys for acting the way I did and voicing my opinion and saying such colourful words about you when I didn't have all the facts at the time. So I'm sorry, Bristol Police. It was in the heat of the moment. I ignored the facts that were straight in front of me. They were staring me in the face and my head just filled with rage, and I said some things that were not very nice. So to the police of Bristol, I am extremely sorry for making you out to be bad people. I am also sorry to the thousands of people who watched that video and were deceived by it. The day after I uploaded that video, I received an email from YouTube saying that I had violated the privacy of an individual and they were considering taking down my video due to privacy concerns. So I went back to the video to look at the comments. I found a comment from Jody saying, first of all, this is my partner, and second of all, it isn't old Bill, and third of all, he did not stare or look. Why, just why, did you know you are making slanderous comments and this can get you prosecuted? Ignore the rest of it and just focus on the bit that says they are not old Bill. Immediately, I realised I had made a mistake. I looked back through the video, I checked the comments, I looked at pictures on Google, and now with this new information, I realise that this isn't the police. Nowhere on the car does it say police. There are no police markings. There is no insignia, no badge, no police lettering. There's nothing. Which, by the looks of it, will also shock 99% of the people who commented on that video. This is not a police car. Now, I spoke to Avon in Somerset Police just to be sure. I gave them the registration plate of the car just to be 100% certain, and they confirmed that this vehicle is not registered as being used by the police. So again, I am sorry, Bristol Police, for my mistake. I am a big boy now. I'll admit when I do stupid things. If any of you watch to the end of my videos, you'll sometimes see me do things that I'm not proud of, but I include it anyway because I like to show that even god tier drivers like me can fuck it up from time to time. Now, most of the time I include these drive-in fails for the fun of it, but ultimately somewhere someone will see it and they will know what to avoid when driving. So I'll admit when I'm wrong and I will do the right thing and apologise. So I am sorry, police. I hope we can still be friends. To the person, people or company that operate this car, I am not sorry. Your actions on that night completely destroyed the confidence of a new driver. A driver whose first time driving on the road was ruined by your incompetency. This new driver whose first ever experience of being on the road, the first car she ever has the pleasure of dealing with, turns up like a decorated police car, closes the gap to an unsafe distance, and yeah, I know it may not look bad on camera, but you have to account for the wide angle lens. These things make shit look much further away than they really are. I will quickly recite the 2-second rule so that everyone is up to speed on where we are. In optimum driving conditions, e.g. a clear day, light traffic on big dry roads, a 2-second gap is considered pretty safe. At night, on narrow roads behind a fucking learner, you have to be pretty stupid to be less than a second behind. And that is not slander, this is now fact. Slander, the action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. Now, there is nothing false about what I said in that video. You can calculate yourself the following distance from watching that video. Video doesn't lie, you were following too close. Fact. Any reasonable person would keep well behind a slow-moving learner going half the speed limit. Fact. Even if no L plates were on display, you ask a real driver, anyone who drives for a living, and they will tell you that you got too close. So let's try and put this in perspective. New driver, no real control over how much braking pressure they have to apply in an emergency. Let's say someone jumps out from behind these parked cars. What's going to happen is her foot is going to go on that brake pedal and it's going down hard. If your following distance isn't enough, then you're going into the back of that car. You probably wouldn't even have enough time to move your foot over to the brake pedal. Fact. Now, people who don't leave a good following distance are either superhuman or stupid. Now, I'm going to go with that second option. If you leave a 1 second gap on these roads at night, regardless if it's a learner or not, you are fucking stupid. Fact. Now, this whole situation in the video may have been a little bit different if it was just an average car, but as a new driver, first time on the road, being followed that closely by what I am now calling imitation police. Because, again, you managed to fool 99% of the viewers on that fucking video, and then to slow down while passing and have a good nosy into our car, can you now see how that may be a little bit off-putting to a new driver? Now, it's not just off-putting, this kind of shit puts people off driving for life. Fact. Especially when they are new to the whole driving thing. Your actions gave her that much driving anxiety that she couldn't continue. Even now, a total of 7 hours of driving experience later, she still gets hit with panic and fear when anyone is behind her. So a big clap to you for that fucking amazing accomplishment. Now, on to a happier note. The other night, we actually met some real police who were completely decent people, and a video is coming giving them a massive thumbs up for the way they acted and for the small amount of reassurance that, you know, not all police are bad. So once again, I am sorry to Bristol Police. In that video, I dragged your name through the dirt when I made a mistake thinking the clowns in this car were actually part of your team. I cannot apologise enough for making you guys look bad in that video, and I genuinely feel like a complete dick for not knowing the difference. Hopefully the points I've raised in this video will outweigh the points I made in the previous one. I have no kind words to say about you guys though. Your actions that night were fucking disgusting, and for that I'll upgrade you from asshole to prick. Now, that's not fact, that's my own personal opinion. I will, however, give you thanks for educating me. Educating me in regard to the difference between a real police car and whatever the hell this is. You've actually educated me, and for that I am thankful. So after a little bit of research on what a dog section actually is, I quickly found out that they are pretty much nothing more than glorified dog walkers in fancy dress. So, to anyone who watched that video and was as mad at these guys as I was, don't worry, they're nothing official. They are certainly not the police, and I can only assume that they tried to imitate the police and try making themselves look more important than they actually are for some reason. If you see something that resembles a police car, make sure you look closely, just to make sure you're not being tricked like we were the other night. How this shit is even legal is beyond my level of comprehension. I can't understand how this is even legal. But then again, you can buy a fancy dress police outfit on eBay for pretty cheap, so I don't know. I started this video with a sigh, so it seems fitting to end with one as well. So we're not going to be doing any fancy outros or end screens for this video, but I hope you learned something.